Welcome to another episode of the Online Prosperity Experience podcast. You're about to hear your host, Prosper Taravinga's powerful digital marketing strategies and actionable tactics that you can use right now. Prosper has helped more than 50,000 people from over 10 countries to create meaningful businesses that are profitable and enjoyable. Listen to this podcast so that you too can build your own business with less stress and overwhelm. Let's get started.
Oi, are you aware that your website may actually be costing you a bucket load of money? See, I just got off a call with a potential client and we were just talking in general, and he's like, I want to generate leads. I want to, establish myself as the go-to person. And I started asking them a few questions. Have you identified your market? Have you clarified your message? And, is your website actually designed to generate leads? And man, you should have seen the penny. You should have seen you could have heard the penny drop specifically from them, because they thought them just showing up online with a lackluster or mediocre website is actually going to help them start generating leads, and whatever credentials that they have in the past, people would, beat a pathway to their door. Hey man, it doesn't work like that. You understand, if you're a coach, consultant, or small, medium business, you literally have to have an engine that is converting, strangers into leads 24/7 without your own involvement. And that thing has to be your website. So I'm going to ask you that question again. Are you aware that your website may actually be costing you a bucket load of money? And if you don't know if it is, then obviously it must be. Let me tell you something. An eye-catching website design, obviously will set the stage for a business, okay? But the powerful first impression only buys you a few seconds of attention. You might have this whiz-bang, technologically advanced with all the features and bells and whistles on your website, but if it's not converting leads, then that thing is just a high-sounding nothing or a glorified brochure. Okay, so if what you say on your website gives visitors the wrong impression, then you're obviously chasing potential clients away. And the problem is far more common than you actually think, because we speak to a lot of coaches and consultants and we get to see their websites. Maybe sometimes you only get to look at the competition that you know, or somebody that you know who's just down the road from you. We get to see a lot of these websites every single day, and half of the time, especially in the consulting sector where qualifications seem to be a thing to be proud of, that's where a lot of consultants get it wrong, because they want everybody to acknowledge the alphabet soup of where they've been instead of what it is that they can produce. So in this podcast, I'm going to be outlining a lot of those things that are causing you to lose money, especially if they are visible on your website. Now, I can understand being a coach or consultant, growing your business is not easy. It's a tough endeavor, and you don't even need to sign up to go to the gym, because let me tell you something, you will lose weight just trying to navigate the complex world of online marketing. Cold calling potential clients and you have them maybe hang up in your face, it's probably because they don't know, like, and trust you yet. And how do you get that know, like, and trust when you're reaching out to new people every single day? Let your website do the heavy lifting. All right. So maybe sometimes you're sending out hundreds of emails without getting as much as, hey, thank you so much for reaching out. It's because in your signature, people will go in there and look at your website. And if they reach your website and it's not informing them what it is that you do and how you can possibly help them, or even encouraging their dreams, grand opening, grand closing. And if you're maybe spending thousands of dollars on ad spend and not generating any qualified leads, is because you're sending people to a dead end. You're sending people to a website that is not showing them how you can absolutely help them. And I know sometimes it can feel like, nobody wants to buy what you're selling, but it's not that. You are not positioning yourself as the go-to person with the right kind of product to give the right kind of payoff that your customers are looking for. Remember, each and every one of our customers is, definitely looking out for their own health. They're definitely looking out for their own wealth and their own relationships. They don't care where you've been or who you are. They just care what it is that you can do for them. All right. And I know it can put an enormous strain on your emotions, and you're obviously terrified to give up on your dreams of starting your own business, and the thought of just maybe returning to a 9 to 5 job just because you failed to generate leads on your own, it will be your worst nightmare. But let me tell you something. If you work with people like Live Long Digital, we happen to be a digital agency anyway, so we will definitely help you scale your business by driving leads and harvesting those leads, and then also converting them into happy clients that pay, stay, and refer. And all of this is done with automation that you don't even need to be involved in, and it actually brings your marketing spend to zero. So we'll be creating diverse recurring revenue streams from the products that you already have, and this will definitely skyrocket your profitability and ensure that your business remains 100% bulletproof. We've been through a pandemic, all right, and even if there's a market downturn, global pandemics, and sweeping lockdowns, you will still be able to create for and relate to the people you're going to be demanding money off of. So all the people that are visiting your website, they subconsciously look for reasons to bail. Remember, each and every one of our potential clients has a 3-second attention span, all right? They're not asking themselves, why should I stay here and look around? They're thinking, is this website wasting my time? Is this website justifying my failures? Is this website the right kind of place that will alleviate whatever problem they think they have? And a lot of our potential clients struggle to find the answers they need where, naturally, because they don't know what to look for, and they won't even bother hanging around. So if you make it all about yourself, man, they're not going to stick around, because most of the things that we help our customers with is usually to deal with self-esteem, usually to deal with their wealth, their health, and partnerships. And then if you start showing them that you've got your life in order, then they just seem like you won't be empathetic to their situation. Okay, so don't hustle for nothing. You're going out there networking, you're going out there maybe with M.E.D.I.A, you're going out there, with your social media, you're paying a lot of money for ads, you're sending emails and everything else. Instead, just anticipate the questions that your prospects will be asking themselves, and then use what I'm going to tell you in this podcast to just make sure that your potential clients will easily believe, that hiring you is the best choice that they could ever make. All right. Our clients right now are scared, they're selfish, and they're stupid. All right, they're scared to make a mistake. They don't want to pay for something that is not going to give them an instant result. They are selfish in as much as all they ever think about is themselves, and they're stupid in as much as, hey, if they knew the answer to whatever solution that you are providing, guess what? They would have already done it themselves. All right, so you need to make sure that you're dealing with people that have an ego. All right, and your website should actually help them by actually helping them, instead of being condescending or trying to belittle or insult their intelligence. And even anyone wouldn't want that happening to themselves. All right, so the first thing you want to tell your people that they're asking themselves is, who are you? Who are you? Who is Sally? Who is John? Who is the owner of this website? You see, many coaches, consultants, and small business owners make the answer to this question literally the entire focus of their website, which, okay, is all right, but people didn't come for you, all right? They list maybe their qualifications, their alphabet soup of awards, degrees, credentials, and anything they hope will sell their expertise. But let me tell you something. People don't buy credentials. They buy what you can do for them. All right. What people are buying is their own future self, not you who has arrived, not you who's been different places that they don't care anything about. All right. So maybe you've got 3 advanced degrees. I mean, it's good to showcase that at least they are in good hands. Or maybe you've been featured in glossy magazines. You maybe have experience in the provision of the service or the solution that you are providing, and all of this is a mile long. So what? All right. Ever been around somebody who talks about themselves? How annoying is that person? We just bought a farm, we just bought a house, we just bought a Pajero, we just bought a Lamborghini, and my husband is now third in line to receive inheritance, and then pretty much after that, we're gonna go to Mars with Elon Musk. All that gobble dog, nobody cares. Okay, that's the only. You know what I mean? People themselves, their issues, their stories, their problem is all that they care about. He doesn't care about what you have to say. All you can do is maybe nod and smile automatically when somebody's talking like that. Wasn't that annoying when I was just talking about how somebody is expressing or maybe looking for some sort of approval for the station they are in life, and at any given moment when somebody starts speaking like that, don't you just hope your phone rings or you get a message or something so you can just flee the scene and not have to worry about that person? Let me tell you something. If that's all you have on your website right now, and also partially on your LinkedIn, your visitor doesn't want to hear anything anymore. All right? Go onto your LinkedIn About Us right now, or, summary section there, and then find out how many times did you write about yourself or where you've been or what you've done. It's not a resume. This client is not hiring you to work for them, as an employee. No, they are hiring you in order for you to get them the results that you can get for them. So you want to speak in terms of who they want to become in their future, not where you've been. Where you've been, they don't care. And also, the client or the potential customer is asking themselves, why should I care? Why should I keep staying on this website? Why should I care? All right? Talk to readers or to your potential customers about themselves. If you have an innate understanding of what somebody is going through, they automatically assume that you've got the solution to their problems. All right? You should care about me, all right? Because I can boost your sales. Unlike hundreds of other coaches and consultants, whatever niche you're in, you could tell them you meet their deadlines. You could tell them you understand how their business works. You could tell them you understand the problem they could be going through. One of my clients is a hypnosis coach, and he helps people maybe drink less or smoke less or even quit those 2 substances. If he can relate how that client is going through a lot of relationship problems, health problems, and then tell them what their future person looks like, that's what the customer buys. The customer always buys the future person that you sell to them. All right? You need to understand their problem. You need to understand that you can help them find a solution, and they need to know that. They need to understand that you know their pain. They need to know that the product you are offering is not just anything that you're just getting off the shelf. You know why? Just because they showed up, and they need to see proof that this has helped other people before. And that's how you get credibility, And then focus on why they should care enough to continuously read or watch videos that are on your website. One other thing that your client is asking you when they show up on your website is, can I trust you? All right? While they're reading your website, your potential client is already skeptical. Just imagine where they're coming from. They've probably been cheated. They've probably been taken for a ride. And right now, they just want something that works. Okay, they want to know that this is proven. This is not just what you have done for yourself, but you've also done it for other people. And it's not just them. Everyone else is skeptical. How many times do you just show up, at somebody's website and maybe you don't even look at their reviews, don't even look at their testimonials, don't even look at their past work, or don't even look at their track record? Everybody else is just thinking when they show up at a website, yeah, right, why should I believe any of this stuff? You know why? Because they have obviously, this is not the first time they're thinking of getting this solution. They've been trying to do it maybe by themselves. They've been trying to do it, using people that they know, but still they haven't gotten an answer, or maybe they haven't, gotten a solution to the problem that they're facing. So why you? What? Do you have an answer to that question? Does your website answer this question? Can I trust you? So what you want to do is collect testimonials, speak to your expertise and the results that you've, helped other people. Offer free information like this, like this podcast. I show up every single day and I just snitch on my clients, just so you can understand that I understand what you're going through. I understand that you want to grow your business. I understand that you want to generate hundreds of qualified high-ticket leads like clockwork, so that you never have to rely on cold calling or emailing just to beg clients to help you, to work with you. I know who you are. I understand that. We may not have spoken, we may not have interacted as yet, but hey, I've been showing up and you've been showing up and listening, and I thank you for that. But if you can show somebody that you can help them by actually helping them, they assume that you've got a solution to whatever problem they might have. So in your website, you need to justify your potential clients' failures because they've been trying to get a solution, but they haven't found somebody that can help them, and now they have arrived. Are you showing them and really directing them to any of the testimonials that you have of people that have also arrived to where they want to go? You want to encourage their dreams because maybe they've given up, but because they haven't met you yet. That's why you need to show them, hey, you haven't been successful in X, Y, and Z just because we hadn't met. This is the easiest way that you can get, the result that you offer cheaper, better, faster. And then you confirm their suspicions. They would understand that it's not easy to break into whatever industry that they're going into, but because you can show them the steps, that they can follow and they can logically see how it can work, and that you can hand hold them in order for them to get that result, then obviously you confirm their suspicions that the people they've tried to work with before have been not as competent as you are as a service provider. And then after that, you help them throw rocks at their enemies. So this is how you create trust. You collect testimonials that speak to your expertise and the results that you've helped other people. And then you want to offer free information that actually helps people by actually helping them. You want to solve real world problems, because if somebody can listen to this podcast today and then go in and actually touch on their website and get immediate real world results, and they got this information for free. Now, can you imagine what they're asking themselves? If I got this information for free, can you imagine what I will get if I start paying Live Long Digital to run my marketing, or to look after my business in order for it to be profitable and enjoyable? All right. Help people by actually helping them. Demonstrate you can help in tangible ways, and that actually makes your message credible. All right, because if somebody can watch a YouTube video and literally make sense of the world around them based on what you've told them, or listen to a podcast, or read a blog, or maybe look and see a social media post, guess what? They're gonna come back tomorrow for more. Now they trust you. Now they know you're not going to waste their time. Now all you now have to do is engage them. All right. And then you educate them on how you work and what else is involved within your business. Not only would that open up their mind, you actually inspire them to want more, be more, and have more. And when somebody's mind has been expanded, guess what? As human beings, we always want to fill that void. And the only way they know how to fill that void is to buy that service or to buy that product that you've expanded their mind on. And that's easy marketing. And that's when marketing starts costing you $0. And in the process, you're providing them with value. Because remember, we get paid in direct proportion to the value that we bring to the marketplace. And that then positions you as the go-to service provider or product supplier of whatever widget you're selling today. So when you've got all those testimonials, you're helping people solve real-world problems, guess what? You become credible. And let me tell you something. Without trust, your website is worthless to your business, because each and every one of our clients is scrolling through social media, scrolling through Google results. And if nothing brings them back, maybe you've paid money to bring that attention to your website, then that money is wasted. In fact, it could be actually making things worse if you are not even if they aren't showing you back, or maybe you're not backing up your claims. It actually makes it even worse, because people start talking about that. And, if people can't trust you, they're not going to come back. And then one other thing that a lot of websites lack is the call to action. When somebody has read what you're talking about, when somebody has figured out who you are and how you can help them, and that you've got the right solution to the problems that they're facing, what's next? Because if your website is lacking a clear call to action, you can assume your reader won't take any of that action at all. Remember, like what I said earlier on, our clients are lazy, stupid, and they just want something that is fed to them. And some people won't even engage no matter how hard you try. So the least you can do is put a call to action and point them towards what you want them to do next. So your website should have, a format like this. Here's what I've got. Here's what it will do for you. Here's how it works. Here's what I want you to do next. And here's why it's smart or for you to do so. You need to write that, sequence in order for you to actually convert people that are coming to your website. So if you haven't got a call to action, your readers or your listeners are not going to do anything. Right now, my call to action is go to our website, look out for our website audit tool. It will tell you exactly where you're missing out on any of the things that I've mentioned and how you can fix it. Easy. All right, www.livelongdigital.com.au. Just jump on there and do a website audit. And I will also put it in the email that comes with this podcast. All right. One thing you want to do is, obviously, you've given the people information. Maybe now they may trust you, they may like you, and even believe that you'll be able to help them with the solution. But don't assume they know what to do next. Don't assume they know what the next logical step would be if you don't nudge them, or if you don't tell them what to do or where to click or how to get in touch with you. All right? Literally take them by the hand, show them the way, and leave nothing to chance. Because if you just assume people are going to do things by themselves, it ain't never going to happen. All right. Have you ever walked into a shop, even if you want to buy something, if somebody doesn't talk to you or asks you, hey, can I help you today? No matter how annoying that is. But now you know at least somebody's there to help you if you need it. And they'll be maybe telling you what offers they have, or maybe if it's a restaurant, what soup of the day they have. All of that is a call to action to say, hey, why don't you just grab this thing because it's easier for the kitchen and we just want to get rid of it. But for your website, you want to tell them to click the red button for them to subscribe. You want to tell them to click whatever button so they can listen to the podcast, or they can actually schedule a call with you in a calendar, that you've laid and made it easy, for people to contact you. One thing that your website should do is it should absolutely make it easy for people to do business with you. All right. And you need to lay it out word for word. Remember, these people are just, going through life and just going through the motions. Tell them, please click the red button to subscribe. Okay. You want them to email you, or you want them to set up a call with you? Tell them, email me at this address. Click this button to schedule a call. Here is my calendar. Pick a time that works for you and we can set up a call. If you want them to call now, write it explicitly on your website. Call now. It is actually a better call to action than having none at all. even though they're not going to call you or something like that, but at least now it sort of shows them the next logical step. And even if the action you want people to take sometimes seems obvious to you, point it out anyways, okay? Point it out, all right? Don't hide your call to action in a link that may or may not be understood, because half of the time people don't quite know that if you're highlighting certain text in an email, that means it's something that is clickable or something that they can actually click and go onto. In this world, ambiguity is not your friend. Okay, a statement like contact us for further information doesn't tell the reader how to contact you. Is it either by email or is it by phone? And why send people on a scavenger hunt for your contact information? Make it easy for people to do business with you. All right, you were not skimping on telling them about your credentials, but now you don't want them to call you. I mean, what benefit is that for the person who's been reading your information? And how about this instead? Call now for a 3-minute recorded message on how you can put $500 cash in your pocket as early as tomorrow. No pressure or obligation, limited time offer. If you don't want to speak to people directly, or if you don't have the resources, make sure that maybe you direct people to an automated message, or they can have a video that tells them what the next logical step is. And if it's a video or a recorded message, then you know that you are giving them the right information, and it's, according to your brand, and nothing is going to be left to chance. Now I know why I should bother. Now people know what they should do next. You know what I mean? That there's an incentive. If they call right about now, you will do X, Y, and Z. Because that's what people want to know, and people want to know that it's as hassle-free and it's not going to take up their time, money, and effort just to get in touch with you. And if this is true, they don't want to miss out on any of that money that you can create for them. They don't want to miss out on whatever call to action, or promise that you have or guarantee that you might have. And they don't want to waste time. What have they got to lose if they know, what is expected of them? You see the difference? All right. So I want you to read your own website today. Okay. First thing that you want to do is jump onto our website, www.livelongdigital.com.au, and download a website audit of your own website. And then alongside, read your own website today. Go through it line by line. Okay, picture by picture. Does the picture really pass on the message that you want to pass on? Because a picture also, says 1,000 words. All right. Make sure that your marketing message is packing power. Because sometimes we just think that our website is doing all the heavy lifting when it's actually doing nothing, or actually putting us, in the red, just because people don't quite understand who we are and what we do and why they should care to keep engaging with our website. So answer the questions that your reader is already asking. Show that you understand where your potential client is coming from, and tell them why you're the solution that they absolutely need right now. It's your turn now. What else is important for you to answer on your website? Maybe sometimes you're a mortgage broker and people just want to know, maybe a few calculations around their mortgage. Have you got tools or maybe a calculator that they can just tap into in order for them to get the information that they're looking for before they engage or start working with you? What are the prior steps that people need to take before maybe they connect with you? What information do you need? Have you got all of that stipulated and laid out on your website? What more do your potential clients want to see? You might be in a totally different niche or something that we haven't come across, but I tell you, if you've identified your target market and you've clarified your message, you would know exactly where they are and where they want to be. Your website, your services, or your tools can now just be the bridge that takes them from A to B. A being where they are, B being where they want to be. Right. So let me know in the comments or just reply to the email that comes with this podcast. And by the way, tell me something. What's stopping you from making that change to your site today, right about now? When you actually know that when you change your website and you position it to be customer centric, you can start generating hundreds of qualified leads and high ticket leads like clockwork. I mean, maybe you enjoy cold calling, or maybe you enjoy emailing people and begging them to hire you. I want you to sustainably scale your business from the 6 to 7 figures and even beyond, so you can establish yourself as a trusted leader in your industry. Okay. At the end of the day, once you've done that, you'll be able to deliver outstanding results for your clients, and you actually win their loyalty for life, and they can actually refer, their friends, relatives, or people that they care about to you just simply by giving them a link to your website. If you've got a website that actually helps people by actually helping them, guess what people are going to do? Customers will sing your praises to their family, friends, and colleagues at barbecues, and even strangers on the bus, just simply because you are helping them by actually helping them. Okay, so figure out what is important for you to answer on your website, and make sure that your potential clients already understand who you are, what it is that you do, and how you can actually help them. Not you just trying to showcase or brag about where you've been and what it is that you can do. All right, I can't wait to see you succeeding out there and actually creating a business that's profitable and enjoyable. Bye for now.
Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions, let's continue the conversation in the Live Long Digital community. Become a Live Long Digital community member today. This community is for ambitious entrepreneurs and small business owners with the drive to take control of the future of their businesses and achieve huge success without stress and overwhelm. As you heard, Prosper can help you by teaching you marketing strategies that work. So look no further than the Live Long Digital community of entrepreneurs and highly successful business owners. Join our community today. Find us on www.community.livelongdigital.com.au. Network with other driven entrepreneurs and find the expert guidance you need to take your business to the next level. www.community.livelongdigital.com.au